because I said ass too many times for her. That was hysterical. Anyhow, so I got about a tablespoon of oil in this pan here, about 2 tablespoons actually, because it's a big ass pan. Chicken breast, I did not season these. I'm not going to season these with. I like to keep the seasoning in the sauce, and it's got a little bit of a kick to it, so you really kind of don't need to. Okay, so we're gonna throw the chicken breast in there. Be careful not to cross-contaminate. That lady no longer watches. It's so mad I said ass too many times. So I start out my show with, well, I'm trying not to say ass so much because I don't want to look like a jackass and be assing on about it because somebody doesn't like when I say ass. But yeah, that took care of that. Oh well, about 1,000 other people seem to like it. I guess it's not so bad. Arrow said, well, it depends. So we got some chicken breasts. Hi, Paul. Hi, Mike. I sliced them up, as you can see, and I used a big chef's knife, and I am party. So we're going to cook the chicken breast and put them in first. The other pan is warming. I got 4 tablespoons of butter in that. And that's the one we're going to use for the sauce if I have enough space in the pan. So, Joe, hi. Tammy, hi. And Hannah, hi. Smagelski. Are you related to that former cop, Smagelski? Me and him were buds. But anyhow, so I got the chicken breast going. We're going to cook this up. I use 2 good-sized chicken breasts because, well, I like chicken. You know, this isn't so really that unhealthy if you think about it. Okay, maybe not. Okay, well, let's forget about it. It's good. That's what counts. So spread it out on a pan. You're looking there. Oh, I missed the front of the pan. That's a good thing. I just look in the video. I can see where I missed. So there we go. 1 more piece. Maybe it's stuck. Don't want to go. It's like, no, don't cook me. Kind of like when you see them chicken barbecues. You know, everybody's like, there's like a sign that says turkey barbecue coming up this weekend. Like, everybody will love it. Love it. Yeah. I don't think the damn turkey's going to like it at all. Who's everybody? So once you start the chicken, you leave it in the pan. We're going to let it cook. I have some butter already over here. There's 4 tablespoons of butter in this pan. Ooh, it's margarine. It's not butter, okay? Just so you know. So what we're going to do is we got some pepper, and I'm going to need a quarter of a teaspoon. What did I do with the damn thing? Hold on, it's here somewhere. There it is, underneath all the other crap. Anybody else I got to say hi to? Like I said, say like or something up there, and I might see your name if I don't see it here. If I don't see it, please comment, and I'll say hi. Okay? So we got a quarter of a teaspoon of pepper. Okay? Add that to the butter. Then we're going to add a quarter cup of flour. Look at that. Okay? Add that to it. We're going to whisk it all together. Okay? Okay, so it looks like a bunch of mush like that, you know? Yeah, that's what we want. Not all looking like mush. Why does some always get stuck in the corner? You ever notice that? Ah, I got it. Okay, so it looks like mush. It don't taste like, well, if you ate it now, it would taste like mush too. Hi, Kayla. Hell, bro, what's happening? I know you, Al put an angry face because I wasn't on last week. Oh, awesome. Hi, Anthony. Hi. Oh, God, I'm going to forget. Natalie is the girl, but I forgot the boy's name. Oh, crap. Hey, I'm old. Shelly. I know Shelly because I knew her when she was a little kid. Actually, it was about your daughter's age. So, okay, I got that all mashed together, made it look like mush. Okay, and put it back on the burner. The chicken is cooking. There's chicken breasts in there. There's 2 big ones. I got my broccoli here. There's 2 heads of broccoli. It's about 12 ounces, 14 ounces. Anyhow. So we add the pepper flour. We cook for like 2 minutes. Going to leave it in there for 2 minutes. Then we're going to add our milk. So, yep. It's a lot of milk, actually. Okay. Let it cook in there. That looks good about right. Now we're going to add 2.5 cups of milk. This is for the cheese sauce. Like I said, the cheese sauce is going to be really good. It's kind of got a little kick to it, but it won't be like overpowering where you're like, ugh. So chicken is cooking. 2.5 cups of milk. I'm not. Oh yeah, Chuck, how you doing, bro? So there's 1, 2, and a half coming up. I tell you, Kayla and Anthony, they got the cutest kids. Let me tell you. I was kind of playing dolls with the one. Shut up, Al. You too, Harold. But anyhow, so we're gonna mix this together. You want to mix up really good. Okay, once you get it mixed a little bit, we'll put it on the burner. I'll tell you something happened to me the other day. Hi, Tom. I'm gonna stir this. Now I gotta heat it up some more until it thickens up more. Anyhow, so the other day, I'm driving down the road. We're gonna want that to thicken up some. By the way, it's Apollo's birthday today. He's 3 years old. Leo, see that? She told me his name. I'm a whole fart. I can get away with that stuff. Emil, Mike, how are you doing? So anyhow, then I'm driving down the road, and there's this dude on the lawnmower mowing the lawn. That don't seem strange to you, I know, and it isn't really strange. But the part that was terrible about it all is the dude's on the lawnmower, okay, like he's a fat dude, and he's on the lawnmower mowing the lawn, okay. Now here's a quick safety note, okay, especially when you're on like a busy route like 104. Listen, fellas out there, and this isn't meant as an insult. Anyhow, listen, guys, if you have bigger boobies than your girl does, you shouldn't be on a lawnmower mowing the lawn without a shirt. You won't see my big ass out there without a shirt. It's like there's just some things you can't not see, You know how they say I can't unsee that? I can't unsee that. The dude's hit like bumps and it's like I'm like, come on, dude, put a shirt on, don't kill us all. See now if I don't want we'll play the dolls together. So you want to see my big ass out there on my lawnmower bouncing around, and happy birthday, bud. He's sleeping, and bouncing around on my lawnmower. It's like that. I mean, they ought to make like a sports bra for big men like that. I mean, that was terrible. Why isn't this thickening up? It should be. So we're gonna heat it up, but probably it's not warm enough. So. Worst comes to worst, we add a little bit more flour. That's all. It was 4 tablespoons of butter, by the way. So, yeah, so it's like I'm driving down, and it's just like I said, some things you just can't unsee. It's like one thing, I don't want to see man boobies. If I want to see man boobies, I'll take my shirt off and look in the damn mirror. So, anyhow, the chicken's cooking. I'm serious. I was like, I'm blind. I think the glare off his belly almost killed me. I almost went off the road. Nikki, how are you? How's the kids? Back to school. So, okay, now that the chicken is partially cooked here, now you add the broccoli right in with the chicken. And we're going to cook that until it gets tender because the chicken's nearly cooked. You know what I mean? Nearly. But it's not quite cooked. I used to always remember when somebody, why did the chicken cross the road? I'd be like, who the hell cares? Get in my belly. Now, we're just going to cook this for a little while and let it get tender. Okay? That's all we're going to do. And I don't think, you know what? Did that start? Yeah, I did. Okay, just making sure. So, anyhow, that's cooking. This should be thickening up hopefully shortly. Yeah, it's not working so well. I may have to add a little bit more flour to this. Blah, 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 blah. No big deal, though. It'll thicken. So, anyhow, I might have to have the flour fairy give me. We all want to see your man boobies. I'll bet there's about 150 other people that beg to differ, Al. And I don't know, Al is a butcher at Mark Mapleview on Route 11 and 104. We've known each other for like eons. And also, he may be the only one that ever wants to see my man movies. But because, I get arrested. Indecent exposure, It's kind of like one of those things, If I see my man movies, the old lady get mad, the old lady gets mad, you go in the doghouse. I never understood why the hell they call it a doghouse. Because we're in it more than a dog is. Shouldn't it be like a man house? But it's cooking slow, but what figures. Hey, honey, can you bring me the flour, please? The flour fairy. So that's cooking up. The broccoli's starting to get tender. We're good. The sauce is taking forever. I don't know why. It's a quarter of a cup should have been fine. We're going to boost it up to half a cup. Probably because I didn't have it warmed up. These burners just suck. So anyhow, I can smell the broccoli cooking and the chicken cooking though. Doesn't that look good? So anyhow, here we go. I don't know why that's not working, but it should be. That's all I can say. Okay. So the other day, I go to the eye doctor. They want to check for like diabetes. Look at this. Miraculously, the little flour fairy comes. Look at what the mess I made earlier. Look, I made a mess.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, look.
Oh.
So I'm going to let this try to cook a little bit more because it hasn't actually boiled. So it may thicken up a little bit, but to speed this up a little bit, you shouldn't have to do this, but I'm going to add about 1/8 of a cup more flour just to speed it up. It won't hurt nothing, trust me. Not that I know. Maybe it will. No. Oh, there goes Paulo just leaving. The birthday boy is out the door. There, I had a little bit more. You shouldn't need to do that. My burners suck. What are you gonna do? I'll put the flour over here. So anyhow, I had to go to the eye doctor. Hi, Brian. Richard, what's up? So I had to go to the eye doctor the other day. They wanted to check for like diabetes, They said if it's affecting my vision, which is funny because I actually had 20/10 vision. I was reading like the bottom little tiny line, the smallest they had. I read like 4 out of the 5. And the girl had to actually get up from her chair to see if I was right to read it. So not bad for my old ass, is it? So anyhow, but the funny thing was in the beginning, she's like, okay, how do you see? Do you have any problems? Is blurred vision? You have this, you have that. Kept asking me if I had all these problems. And she says to me, she goes, so, do you see floaters? And I was like, yeah, I saw some this morning after I got up. Guess where? So anyhow, this sauce is taking forever. What time is it? I'm doing pretty good for time though. The sauce should be thickening up more than this. Of course, we're live, so what are you gonna do? But we're getting there. This is one of those things, you make up recipes and then sometimes they go awry. But we're going to let that cook a little bit more. I might end up switching to burners on it because this burner is a little bigger, burns a little hotter. But I'll switch the top over. Should have brought the top of that one. So anyhow, as you can see, the chicken is cooking. The broccoli's starting to get a little tender. Now, again, my burners take a little longer, so I'm trying to get them to go so the broccoli gets a little better. But I should have had the top of this thing. But what do you think? It's thickening up. I can feel it. It's thickening up. So anyhow, yeah. So yeah, I know. While I was at the eye doctor, oh look at it, it's getting thick now. I probably didn't need that extra flour. Patience is a virtue. I ain't got none. Anyhow, so we're letting it thicken up some more, and now we're gonna add the cheese. Cheese. So I'm at the eye doctor, and he's like, "Hey, Kurt." He says, "So well, when I actually seen the doctor, not the girl, he says to me, he says, okay, I'm going to be getting close to you." And I'm like, "What about dinner? Shouldn't we get like dinner first?" But He don't have a big sense of humor. Not at all. I don't even think he got the floaters joke. Yeah, nobody's commenting since they said happy birthday. I talked about man boobs. Ain't nobody want to comment now. They're like, oh God, please don't take your shirt off. We had a nice picnic the other day, didn't we, Kayla and Anthony and all? That was pretty cool. It was like some of the family got together last Saturday. My wife's family out there. We all got together. It's really cool hanging with them. You know, they're really cool people. And so okay, now as you can see, this is thickened up a lot. Once the damn burner works. So it was a lot of fun. Once it starts thickening like this, you got to keep stirring because if not, you're gonna be messed up. So, but yeah, as I was telling people, it's Apollo's birthday. Tomorrow is my mom's birthday. So that's pretty cool. I already sent her a card. Stopped in Rochester a couple weeks ago, dropped her off for saltwater taffy. And some of you don't know the story about my mom. Well, I'm stirring this. I'll let it sit for a couple seconds and flip over to chicken some more. When I was 6.5 years old, my biological mother passed away. And, well, needless to say, I was kind of a handful, to say the least, as far as it goes as kids. I learned a lot, and my dad remarried my mom now. She's 20 years younger than he was. And she raised me, put up with me, taught me my multiplication tables and all that good stuff. I mean, for a woman at age 19 to step in when my mom had passed away, married my dad, and to put up with all the crap I put her through, and she's a saint. So, Mom, happy birthday, love you. You know, not many people get that lucky, you know. And we actually signed like these adoption papers and stuff like that. But, you know, without her, I could have went down a lot of wrong paths, let me tell you. Instead, I ended up not going down the wrong paths. I ended up teaching other kids not to go down the wrong paths, coaching some football, and teaching self-defense to youth groups, some of the youth groups of kids that were like me. So it's good to get out there and help and learn something. Teach them something. So, okay, now that is thickened up, I have a cup of pepper jack cheese. That's what I meant by kick. Okay, so we're going to put some pepper jack cheese in there. A whole cup. I sliced this myself. And hell. Now we got some cheddar cheese. Where's Meadow? Meadow, cheddar cheese. Hello. No, I said Meadow, not Bella. The Chihuahua. 2 cups of cheddar cheese. Not one, sorry. 2 cups of cheddar cheese. Okay. Put them in there too. And we dump that in the bowls are useless now. Now we're going to stir it up. I got a spoon. We're going to stir it up. You want the cheese to melt into the sauce. Okay. That's the kick I was telling you about. The cheddar cheese and the pepper jack cheese. Now, if you want, just use cheddar. If you don't want the little spicy kick to it, you can just use the cheddar cheese. There's nothing wrong with that, but I like to have that little bit of a pull to it, you know. Once again, by the way, everybody watching and everybody who's not watching live but will be watching, almost 1,000 views on one of my videos. Hi, Brian. Almost 1,000. Is that just stinking amazing or what? Now, even though I add a little bit more flour, you won't get the floury taste. That's the good thing. So only add a 1/4 cup of flour. I just wanted to add a little bit more, only to get it thickened up quicker. Let me see how we're doing. It's not quite all stirred up. Not all melted yet, but it's close. Okay. Now, you can smell the peppers in this pepper jack, okay? Now, here's another cool thing, okay? If you add about maybe a 1/4 cup less milk, I'm gonna put a little salt. Let's salt to taste. I put in about 1/8 of a teaspoon. That's all I put in. Okay. But if you add maybe about a half quarter cup less of the milk, even, and it'll thicken up more. You add the cheese. Now you got a cheese dip. Or you can dip vegetable, keep it the same way, and dip vegetables in it. You don't have a vegetable dip. But like I said, for the spicy, if you don't want it spicy, I mean, if you got little kids like Kayla has and Anthony have, you probably want to use either less pepper jack cheese or not at all, and just use cheddar. What at 6:55, man? Am I doing good or what? Even though I didn't think it was going to thicken up because of my burners in time. Thing is, to get it thicken up, you really got to get the heat up and all. So look at this chicken. Yum, yum, yum. The broccoli. So you can smell the broccoli. I'm trying to get the broccoli tender. I want a little bit of crisp to it. I don't want to be just like blipping off. She's working a new job now. Oh, wait a minute. Oh. 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 I spilled some cheese. I'm going to throw it in there real quick. So, broccoli is close to done. The cheese is close to done. You see now you see the thickness. Now, if you want it thicker than that, I don't suggest maybe making it too much thicker because you want it will thicken up as it sits anyhow. But you don't want it too much thicker than that because you want to be able to taste it and eat it on the broccoli. You don't want like a big hunk of cheese on there, okay? Now, see, the cool thing is after this, I'm just going to add the cheese sauce to the broccoli. And then we put it over the noodles. But Lord, he's laying on my foot now. So, Freeman, hey, you're just tuning in. I'm going to save it. You'll be able to watch it over. It's broccoli and chicken breast in a spicy, slightly spicy cheese sauce over some noodles. If you missed it from the beginning, let me tell you real quick again so you can get this. Okay, it's still thickening. Oh, what we used was about 12 ounces, 14 ounces of broccoli. I cut it up. It's on sale at Tops, actually. Sorry, Al. I used 2 chicken breasts. I cut them in slices, as you can see in there. The broccoli starting to look really tender. That's good. Used, and I didn't season them. I just put them in there. For the sauce, I'm using egg noodles with this. Now, if you want, you can mix in some elbows and it'll be like a macaroni and cheese. So, is Meadow on? I didn't see her. But anyhow, so if you want, you can do that, add that onto it. So, what I did is I used the broccoli, chicken, and I sauteed it a little bit, or cooked it a little bit in about 2 tablespoons of oil. Then I used a 1/4 cup. I added a little bit more to help it thicken up quicker. But it's a 1/4 cup of flour, 4 tablespoons of butter, 1/4 teaspoon of pepper. Now you put the pepper in with the butter, and after the butter melts, and you put that in with the butter melts, you add the flour and the pepper. After that, you add 2½ cups of milk. If you want it to be a little bit thicker, you can add a little bit more flour, but not too much because it ruins the taste. If you don't want the spiciness, don't add the pepper jack cheese. So then I added 3 cups of cheese, 1 cup of pepper jack, and 1 cup of cheddar, or 2 cups of cheddar. And I mix it in as you can see it now. I add a little salt to taste, which for me, about 1/8 of a teaspoon. Kind of like 3 or 4 shakes, shake, 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 shake your booty. Okay, so there you go. Now, we're almost done. I'm just going to mix the cheese with that. I'm going to let this sit a little bit longer. Mix it up again for a couple more minutes. And then it'll be ready to go after I strain it out. I'm going to strain it out. I don't know if there's any juices in there, actually. There's a little bit. I'm going to strain it after this. So, you ever talk, it's funny. I see these people, they love their games, like Candy Crush and all that. So it's like you talk to somebody doing Candy Crush. And I'm talking to them, and they're staring at their phone, and you're trying to talk to them, they're staring, and it's like, what are you doing? And they're like, it's Candy Crush. Oh, look, my computer made noise. So they're looking at it like Candy Crush, and it's like, You listen to them, you're like, hey, what's going on? So anyhow, and they're like, damn, I need a car now. It's like somebody ought to put more videos of that on there because that's damn hysterical. If you ever try to talk to somebody while they're playing their game, pretty hysterical. Okay. So now I am going to take this, set this aside, and I'm going to take this and drain some of it. I know I should have a bigger one, but it'll actually come out enough without dropping on the floor. There we go. Look, all out. Almost chef-like, wasn't it? I wonder if Rob's watching, but a couple people, one guy told me once, it was funny. He goes, hi, Jen. I'm going to save it. Leave it on if you want to watch it again. Just got a notification of a tornado. Oh, go out and watch it. Man, I always wanted to see a tornado, damn it. Okay, so anyhow, but oh crap, I lost what I was saying. So this is all mixed. This is even heating anymore, it's just simmering. And now we're gonna add this to this. Look at that. Oh, I was talking about Gordon Ramsay. Hi, Joanne. You can watch it over. It's almost over. It's almost over. So they're like, oh man, you're like the next Gordon Ramsay. You're like Gordon Ramsay, and I just kind of laughed a little bit, and I said, I kind of giggled. It makes me laugh a little bit, and the reason why it makes me laugh, it's like, look at that, mix it all in. So they're like, you're like next Gordon Ramsay. I'm like, what the hell you mean I'm the next Gordon Ramsay? Shoot, I'm already about 2 of them now. I'm at least 2 of them now. As you can see, we're mixing in the cheese. The dogs know I'm almost done. They must know how to tell time. Okay, now I'm going to let this simmer. It'll thicken up and blend, but because you let it simmer for about 5 minutes, and the sauce will thicken up just a little bit. I had the other burner off while it sat, but as you can see, I do not have a spoon to serve it with. But that's okay. It's got to simmer for about 3 more minutes. Just give me 3 more minutes, 5. Oh, maybe 5. So let it sit for 3 more minutes, and maybe the spoon fairy will bring me a spoon. I forgot everything today, but I've been wicked busy lately. So anyhow, I got all these spoons, but I'll be sitting here for a half hour and looking like some big dumbass going, So that is about it. It is simmering right now on the burner. It's going to thicken up a little bit. And I'll wait for the spoon to come in. While we're waiting, as I said. Oh, gotcha. Okay, got you, Rob. So as that's sitting and simmering a little bit, we'll have another spoon coming, hopefully. So, as I said, it was Apollo's birthday. He is 3 years old. For those of you, live stopped. Uh-oh, my live stopped.
Uh-oh.
But error in publishing. Uh-oh, I got to try to go back live.
Maybe.
My live just ended. Okay, for those of you who might be coming back on, for some reason I was sitting here and my live ended. So it says I'm live now, but it won't let me invite and nothing is coming up. So I'm not sure I'm even live. So anyhow, if I am live, the fairy just brought me this. Sorry, it ended. I don't know what happened. Nothing is working. And it stopped again. It ended again. Okay, let's hope this is actually still live. I'm going to finish off because something is screwing up with Facebook and it's not letting me do my live or something. So I do not know what happened. but everything went awry. So I'm going to invite people to come back a minute. We're going to put this all on a plate. I don't know what happened, but I'm sorry, but I was looking over there, and good thing I was pretty much done, huh? And the live just like ended. It's like gone. So for those who are coming back on, I'm just going to put this on a plate real quick before Facebook. It did it twice, actually. I came back on, and it did it twice. So everybody that came back on, hello again. Yeah, it just died. I was just sitting there and gone. So I came back on, and it died again. So I'm like, what the hell? So now I'm back on. Look, it's bubbling. It's getting thicker. Sorry that Facebook screwed everything up, but all I got to do really is put it on a plate now anyhow. So we're pretty good. Sorry, guys. Blame Facebook. Send them a nasty letter. But for the ending, there you go. You can see it in there. I'm going to do it so it doesn't disappear again. I have no idea what happened. It was just gone. I didn't even touch nothing. I was like, boop, gone. So the spoon is here. The spoon fairy came. And I'm going to put this on a plate so everybody can see before everybody cuts me off again. Okay, and you'll get a look at what it looks like. I am using egg noodles on this. Okay. Egg noodles. And the cheese sauce. You want a lot of cheese sauce. Let's see. I don't have any in the front. Hold on. Put that on there. It smells really good. Like I said, it's going to have a little bit of a kick to it. But, it's going to be good. So anyhow, for those who are back on again, sorry that it cut you off, but you get to see it. And that's what it looks like. I'm setting this over here, and what time is it? It is time. Cheryl, welcome back. At least I got the whole video in, and it was just simmering, right? But it's time to give my dogs a treat. Now, if Bella hears treat, she'll come running. And I'm going to use this towel to wipe my head because I'm sweating. And I don't need it for my hands anymore. Bob. I call him Buppy. Like a little kid. Buppy. So it is Apollo's third birthday. Come here. Come here and get it. It is Apollo's third birthday now. My boy is 3 years old. Bella over here. You can see her. Get up here and get it. Come here. Come over here. You can't see her. She's hiding. She won't come up. She's like 8. Buddy Bear's gained. Oh, is it? So, sorry for them cutting me off. I didn't touch nothing. Nothing at all. But happy birthday, Apollo. Happy birthday to my mom, whose birthday is tomorrow. Next week, 5:30, Facebook Live again. And sorry it cut us off. But like I said, the whole recipe got in there, didn't it? So that's good. So anyhow, we're going to be out of here. We're going to have some dinner. And I hope all y'all, like I said, almost 1,000 people have been watching. And I hope all y'all enjoyed the show. And I'm going to leave it up, of course, for those who missed it all. Y'all have a good night. See you next week.